Afternoon and welcome to Super Bowl 63 as we are about to witness a repeat of Super Bowl 62 where the Los Angeles Rams take on the Baltimore Ravens. The score last year was 56-16, but plenty has changed over the course of the last 12 months as the Rams are now targeting a fourth consecutive Super Bowl and will start with the ball to get things underway for us. It was the Ravens last year that did just that, and Tyler Loop, who throughout the course of this year has doubled up as both the punter and the kicker for the Ravens, gets things through the back of the Rams end zone. It'll be the LA Rams to bring things out for us. 8 minutes will start on the clock. First and 10 from their own 35 with the LA Rams. Finished 16-1, having lost only the last game of the regular season. And we'll start with MVP Anthony Richardson. And to his right-hand side, Isaac Brown, as he hands the ball off immediately out to the left-hand side, gets a gap, jukes past one, finds more space on the left-hand side, goes straight to the house, and it's an immediate score for the Los Angeles Rams. A fantastic start for Isaac Brown. Over 1,500 yards in the regular season, had a bit of a timeshare throughout part of it with Saquon Barkley, but starts the Super Bowl with a touchdown from his own 35, and the Rams, as they have done throughout the majority of this season, will go for 2 points to start things off. Anthony Richardson takes the snap, finds a gap there through the middle, and drops the ball off to Thornton, who converts the 2 points for the Rams, and they take an 8-0 lead within 9 seconds of this Super Bowl. And Rigoberto Sanchez will perhaps do the same thing as Luke did just a moment ago and send the ball through the back of the end zone. That's exactly what he's done. And the Ravens will have their first offense of this Super Bowl. They started with the ball last year, and it was an immediate pass from Jackson downfield to find Antonio. And we'll see if it's a similar sort of approach to start this one. Antonio Williams will be lined up on the left-hand side. Henry in the backfield. Rickard's there also as Jackson stands to take the snap. Slight change to the approach as he takes the snap and forms straight away through the middle, and Corey Hamilton takes the sack onto Lamar Jackson straight almost immediately. As soon as the ball was snapped, there just seemed to be a parting in that offensive line from the Ravens. And Corey Hamilton, who won Defensive Player of the Year in the NFC, breaks his way through the first time, and it will be second down for the Ravens. Hands this ball off to Derrick Henry, finds the gap again and is brought down in the backfield. 3rd and 15 now for the Ravens at their own 30. Different approach needed for the Ravens now as Keaton Mitchell is the one in the backfield. Options out to the left-hand side for Jackson. Expected to go for a passing attempt. Has to roll out to his left-hand side, gets the pass off, but caught in bounds, moves out bounds at the 7-yard marker. So 4th and 7 for the Ravens from their own 38, and considering the start that the Rams had, are we going to see the Ravens go for it on 4th down early on? Yes, we are. 4th and 7 from their own 38. Could be make or break for the Super Bowl early on for the Ravens. Similar formation to what we just witnessed. Mitchell remains in the backfield. Jackson takes a snap again, looks for a gap out to his right-hand side. Caught. Did he get the first down? Yes, he did, says the line judge. So we'll have first down for the Ravens. Called just in bounds, made it just over the line before going out of bounds. And it proves worthwhile this time around. Jackson this time with Henry to his right-hand side, hands the ball off to him. Practice a fake handoff, out to his right-hand side, gets the pass off, caught in bounds again, 6 more yards gained for the Ravens. Goes with a play action. Had me fooled thinking he was going to hand the ball off to Derrick Henry, who finished leading rusher in the NFL this season for the 2nd consecutive year. Showing that age is but a number, as now the ball is handed off for him and he's swarmed by a sea of Rams players. He's brought down in the backfield. It looks like he's gone down hurt. Hopefully nothing too serious. He's back to his feet and able to play the next snap, so it can't be that serious. Jackson again preparing for the next snap. The only one wide receiver out to his left-hand side. In the hurry up, 3rd and 6 around the halfway line. Play action again, rolls out to the right-hand side, sees the gap, throws it down the middle, and it's caught and intercepted by the LA Rams. And Tariq Woolen, traded from the Seattle Seahawks, the division rivals of the Rams, getting his first interception of the Super Bowl. And from their own 41-yard marker, the Rams will have possession back as Isaac Brown switches out to the left-hand side. Jason on the inside of that 3 wide receiver setup, hands the ball off now to Isaac Brown, who of course had the touchdown from the first play. Gets 1 yard on the run this time around. as the Ravens adapt to the movement in the backfield just before the snap. Just about seen 3 minutes through of this Super Bowl as Brown remains in the backfield. This time Richardson drops back, has to throw the ball away just outside of the box, and therefore not an intentional grounding, and we'll see 3rd and 9 for the Rams inside of their own half. As you can see, Lamar Jackson just instructing his offense for the next time they're back on the field, and the importance of making it count when they are on the field. This time Richardson finds a short pass on to Deontay Thornton, gets through the first line, moves the chains. It'll be 1st and 10 from the Ravens, 46 yards. This time it's Saquon Barkley to take his first snap in the Super Bowl. Super Bowl MVP from 2 years ago, finds a gap, breaks through the middle, out to the left-hand side, and will it be a touchdown for him on his first play? Yes, it will. So very much mirroring just what happened with Isaac Brown in his first play. In the first drive for the LA Rams, Saquon Barkley rushes through and gets a touchdown in the second drive for the Rams, and they'll take the point after this time around. Find some space just inside the left-hand side of the posts. It is Ravens nothing, Rams 15, almost at the halfway stage of this first quarter. Sanchez with the kick, and again through the back of the end zone, and the Ravens will start from their own 35. And how important it will be for Lamar Jackson to put the interception he's just thrown into the rear view mirror, through 17 throughout the course of this season from 203 attempts. Derrick Henry in the backfield, takes the direct snap himself, fakes the handoff, moves out to his left-hand side, tries to find some space, and is eventually brought down by Jihad Campbell. 2nd and 7, still managed to gain 3 yards from the snap. Same formation now for the Ravens. Out to his right-hand side, he's got Ricard. Further to his right-hand side, he has got Lamar Jackson. This time pitches the ball off, finds a gap through the middle, but instead takes a spin before trying to get back to the line of scrimmage. Gains 1 yard on it, and we'll have 3rd and 6 for the Ravens. This time Lamar Jackson gets back under centre to take the snap. Does just that, looks out to his left-hand side for a gap forming, instead throws it out to his right-hand side, just too low for Derrick Henry. 4th and 6 from their own 39. Had a tougher attempt on their first drive and went for it on 4th down. I imagine it will be the same approach here for Liam, whose side lost their last 2 games of the regular season, which lost them the number 1 seed in the playoffs, eventually beating the team that took the number 1 seed of the Cleveland Browns to get here to the Super Bowl. It's Mitchell in the backfield now, though. 4th and 6 from their own 39. Another important drive for the Ravens as Jackson throws it through the middle. It's caught there by Antonio Williams. First down for the Ravens, and we have got an injury timeout, as it looks like Linderbaum, the offensive lineman for the Ravens, has gone down. We've got Likely now, so almost on the left-hand side, as it's chipped off now to Henry. Screen was opening up for him. He threw it off slightly early, but still managed to gain some yards. 7 yards down, and Linderbaum, as you can see, confirmed there, bruised hand. Maybe back later on in the game. 2nd and 3rd for the Ravens now as they make their way into the Rams territory. Jackson hands this off to Derrick Henry. A gap's opened up for him as he bursts through the middle, gets first down again. 32-yard line now for the Ravens, and it's the longest gain for Derrick Henry in this game, who finished, as mentioned, the lead rusher in this regular season. 2,571 yards and 18 touchdowns to his name. Another impressive year. And he reaches towards the final stages of his career as Jackson rolls out to his left-hand side, has to throw the ball away. The chance for a pass downfield to Antonio Williams wasn't opening up for him. We'll have 2nd and 10 in the Rams 32. Mitchell remains in the backfield, likely to his right-hand side. Further over one more is LeJontay Wester. To his left-hand side, of course, is Antonio Williams. Takes a snap, and again a gap opens up straight through the middle. And almost immediately the Rams just get through and get to Lamar Jackson. It's a 2nd sack of the afternoon for the Rams to make it 3rd and 20. A bit tougher again for the Rams. They are in potentially field goal range for Tyler Luke. And Mitchell again to his left-hand side. in the backfield. He takes the snap, goes deep this time towards Williams. It's going to be a job for him to get there, and it is intercepted in the back of the Rams end zone, and they're going to try and bring it back. Gets out to the 5-yard line before being brought down. It's an interception, and it's the Rams back in possession inside of their own half, and being at their own 5-yard line won't seem too daunting for them, considering their only 2 scores of the game so far have come from their running backs, in a bit of a timeshare between Brown and Saquon Barkley. Hands us off to Isaac Brown, who finds a gap through the middle, gains 7 yards. 2nd and 3 now for the Rams at their own 12-yard line as we reach in towards the last minute of the first quarter. Terrace Ferguson to his left-hand side here as Richardson takes a snap, fakes the handoff to Brown, makes the run out to the right-hand side, gets first down yardage and more, can take this up towards the halfway line. Goes out of bounds before he gets there, but Anthony Richardson showing how much of a dual threat he can be. Did it throughout the course of this season, over 600 yards on the ground and 13 touchdowns to his name, as well as everything that he managed to do through the air, leading to him winning the MVP. Makes things much tougher for defences to figure out, but Isaac Brown remains in the backfield now. That's where the ball's handed off to. JSN will sit in and block for him, opens up a bit more of a gap, gets 2nd and inches now in their own 43-yard line. They start to work their way up towards Ravens territory. Brown remains in the backfield. Thornton and JSN to his left-hand side, hands this ball off to Brown, who gets the first down before being shoved down to the ground. And that might be the last we will see of this first quarter. We've got 6 seconds on the clock. It'll need to be a quick snap from Richardson if he's going to do it before we get to the end of the first quarter. He's done so this will be the last play before the end of the first. Out to his left-hand side, Saquon tackled and can't hold on. We'll have 2nd and 10 when we return for the second quarter of Super Bowl 63. It's Ravens nothing, Rams 15.
Out to the early lead. We'll have more from Tampa after this.
And it is Rams with an impressive 3rd drive so far, starting on their own 5-yard line as we come out for the second quarter. Richardson prepping his players for the setup. Empty backfield with Ruiz on the far left. JSN just inside, out to his right-hand side. He's got Thornton and Barkley further over. Richardson takes a snap through the middle, out to his left-hand side, puts the pressure on there, nearly gets the ball intercepted as it was going towards Ruiz. Had a bit of an ask for him, but it's gone incomplete. 3rd and 10. Still inside of their own half at the moment. Haven't punted the ball all season of the LA Rams. We're up 2 scores. I'm not quite sure. It's something that they'd attempt to do for the first time this season in the Super Bowl. Saquon in the backfield. Just switching over to the right-hand side. Thornton in motion as the snap comes, throws this ball out to Saquon Barkley, finds a gap to get up towards the first line marker, goes down after gaining 6, 4th and 4 around the middle of the field. Interesting to see if the Rams are going to go for it on 4th and 4. I think if they're not going to punt in the regular season, they're not going to do it now. And that is the exact approach to going for. So they're going to go for it on 4th and 4 from their own 49. A couple of movements going on the defensive side, and timeout has been called. I think it was just a decision for the Ravens. Didn't feel quite comfortable with how they were set up. They called their first timeout with just over 7 minutes left of this second quarter. Brown remains the lead back for the Rams. Out in motion to the left-hand side. 3 options to his right. Richardson takes a snap, throws this out to his left, and the tackle is there on Isaac Brown, and it's a turnover of downs after a failed 4th down attempt by the Rams, and the Ravens get this inside of Rams territory. It's Derrick Henry immediately into the backfield, and the Ravens will feel a bit of momentum swinging in their favour after stopping the Rams for the first time. Didn't manage to get a stop until the game was out of sight in the Super Bowl last year as Derrick Henry set up in the backfield. 2nd and 11 now for the Ravens. Forced back into their own half. Then hands this ball off to Derrick Henry. Slight jump this time to get the 1 yard back into opposition territory. And it's 3rd and 10, back where we started for the Ravens.
It is 3rd and 10.
Looking at options either side for him. Bateman to his right. They've got Wester and Williams to his left.
The shotgun, here's
Derrick Henry makes his run to the left-hand side. That's where he's gone with it. Derrick Henry beats his first tackle, gets over the line to get a first down for the Ravens, gets out of bounds as he's tackled as well. 1st and 10 inside the 31 now, inside of the Rams half. Furthest the Ravens have made it upfield in this Super Bowl. Takes the handoff to Henry, throws out to his right-hand side, a spin move there. For some reason lost him some yards, dropped him back to only a 1 yard gain in the end. Bit of a gap was starting to form as players were moving out to that right-hand side to provide blocking.
They knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
second down.
Jackson takes the snap. Back up to his left, goes deep towards Williams. It might not even remain in bounds, and it's been caught, and the referee signalled that that was in bounds, and Williams has got himself a touchdown. It's a deep pass from Lamar Jackson into the back of the end zone. It looked to me very close as to whether he was actually going to be able to bring that down in play. And just looking at the replay, it was very close, but it's a great reception from Antonio Williams. A wonderful throw from Lamar Jackson to find him. And the Ravens have their first score of this Super Bowl, and they're also going to go for 2, similar to what the Rams did earlier on. Lamar Jackson's going to go for it himself. He finds the gap, gets through. 2 points is good for the Ravens. We might just very well have a game back on at this point. 5.5 minutes left, just under, in the second quarter. Ravens 8, Rams 15. A game that looked like it could have been moving towards being out of sight, similar to what we saw last year. The Ravens are turning the script as Loop sends this ball through the back of the end zone, and again we'll see the Rams take possession at their own 35. Back with Brown in the backfield. Richardson takes the snap, hands the ball off to Brown. Beats his first tackle, but then gets brought down before making too much more of a gain. 3 yards in total. 2nd and 7 now for the Rams. It's interesting that Anthony Richardson's the one that won the MVP throughout the year, considering the impact that Isaac Brown and Saquon Barkley had on this offense. Brown finishing 3rd overall in rushing yards. Barkley not too far behind, despite it being his 10th year in the NFL. He's the one that's brought into the backfield now, though. Hands the ball off this time to Saquon. Looks for that gap on the left-hand side. Loses a yard. Ravens alert to it this time. 3rd and 8 will be the situation for the Rams on their own 37.
But they're able to take him down behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
Saquon, of course, MVP 2 years ago. It was Jaden Blue, the running back for the Rams, that got MVP last year on over 300 yards in the Super Bowl. Will it follow the suit of the running backs and go towards Isaac Brown this time as Richardson takes the ball out to the right-hand side, gains 3 yards and is brought down. 4th and 4 on their own 41 now for the Rams as they move into the hurry-up. Try and catch the Ravens out. Brown remains in the backfield. He's got Thornton to his left, Ruiz to his right. Out from the back goes Brown, and it's Richardson who throws this deep under pressure, and it's caught and intercepted. A return here for the Ravens up towards the halfway line. A spin again and gets brought down on his own 45. It's still 1st and 10 though for the Ravens. They've managed to turn over the last 2 possessions from the Rams after a failed 4th down and then an interception. And it's Ravens inside of their own half, down by just the 1 score. Under 4 minutes left in this second quarter. Richardson knew he wasn't getting the first down, so had to throw the ball downfield. Derrick Henry again in the back. Play action from Jackson. Throws this deep. Is it an interception straight back? No, he's been bowled down before he could catch the ball, and that's a bit of a saving grace for Jackson. It wasn't the greatest of passes, and it was under pressure as well. We've got 2nd and 10 from their own 45 now for the Ravens. Just under 4 minutes left, of course. The clock stopped with the incomplete. Hands the ball off to Henry. Tries to utilise the gap. He's brought down just inside of the Rams half this time. A gain of 6 yards. And it'll be back to Ravens possession as Henry leaves the field. Mitchell comes in his place. They're likely to his right-hand side. Bateman to his left. He's got Weems as the short option. Tries to find the pass off instead. Gets it towards LeJohntay Wester, who's brought down. It's 4th and 2 inside of Rams territory for the Ravens. They're going to go for it as they're in the hurry up. Mitchell remains therefore on the field. Takes a snap, hands the ball off to Mitchell. Finds the gap to get the first down. Brought down 1st and 10 inside of the 42 yards now for the Baltimore Ravens. To a very slow start. They could go in level if they can make something happen on this drive. As Derrick Henry this time finds a gap on the right hand side, gets brought down just before the first down. 2nd and inches for the Ravens. Onto the 32 yards. Very similar positioning to where the Ravens got a touchdown from earlier. Jackson takes a snap, chips the ball off again, finds the gap and some space. First down here for Pitts. 1st and 10 now in the opposition 22. And the Rams half as we reach the 2-minute warning. 2 timeouts still for the Ravens, all 3 still there for the LA Rams. 2 minutes now on the clock, game clock on 25 seconds though. Derrick Henry back into the backfield. Jackson takes the snap, out to Henry on the right hand side, tries to get himself for the first down, gets himself out of bounds. That will stop the clock. Gain of 7 yards, 2nd and 3. It preserves the timeout in case the Ravens need it before the end of the half. Ricard now joins the backfield. Hands this ball off again to Derrick Henry. Great blocking came in from Ricard there as he made the first down. 1st and 10 at the 10. Very close to being 1st and goal. Clock will continue to run as it's a run up through the middle, no timeout used.
But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd.
No wide receivers on the field this time for the Ravens. In motion goes Ricard. Jackson takes the snap, finds a gap out to the right hand side and will choose to go it alone. Takes it to the corner of the end zone, gets over the line. It's a touchdown for the Ravens, and they are now a point after away from tying things up with 1 minute and 24 left in this 2nd quarter. Lamar Jackson, who hit 7 touchdowns in the regular season, on the ground. They're going to go for 2. They're going to throw everything they've got at taking the lead into the half. Jackson takes the snap, throws it through the middle, and there's no chance there for Kyle Pitts. It goes through the back of the end zone and it leaves the lead with the Rams. That could prove costly later on in the game. And Luke will get things back underway for us. 1 minute and 24 now for the Rams to maybe extend this lead heading in towards the break. It will be the Ravens, remember, that start with the ball heading into the 2nd half. Both sides so far proving quite lethal as soon as they get into the red zone and making those chances count. It's now Richardson with Brown in the backfield as Smith and Jigba's out to his left, Thornton to his right, hands the ball off to Brown, who finds the gap out to the left-hand side. Isaac Brown's found a gap and he's going to take this all the way to the house, and that's the perfect response that the LA Rams needed. As the Ravens worked tirelessly to get themselves back in this game, just like that, Isaac Brown has repeated how he started the game, taking the ball to the house. It's now Ravens 14, Rams 21. They're going to go for 2 to make this a 2-point game. Brown remains in the backfield as Richardson moves out to his right-hand side and he's brought down. It still remains just the 7 points between the two sides, of course, with the Ravens missing that 2-point conversion at the end. But in 10 seconds, the Rams have restored their advantage. And it'll be 1 minute and 15 plus the 2 timeouts that the Ravens have if they're going to have a chance to take the lead going into the 2nd half. And from the kickoff, the ball goes straight through the back of the end zone again, and we'll start from the 35-yard line inside of the Ravens half. Well, the last 2 years we've seen running backs from the Rams finish as Super Bowl MVP, and Isaac Brown is certainly given a very good case for that continuing the streak. It's Mitchell in the backfield now, though, as Jackson takes the snap, pass to throw this out to Mitchell, wasn't aware, bounced off his shoulder. 2nd and 10 for the Ravens, doesn't eat too much time off the clock, but as the screen went out to the left-hand side, Just looked like the pocket had almost immediately collapsed for Jackson, and had to get the ball off maybe sooner than anticipated, as this time he hands the ball up, or goes to hand the ball off to Derrick Henry. It's a play action, throws the ball out instead to Kyle Pitts, gets the first down. He's then brought down in bounds. The clock will continue to run. Timeout called by the Ravens just before we enter the final minute of this second quarter. They've only got one timeout left to use, but they've got 1st and 10, and they are in Rams territory. Henry remains in the backfield. That's his left-hand side, Bateman and Williams. Takes the snap. Henry moves across the middle to add additional blocking. Jackson rolls out to his left-hand side, gets towards the first down marker, slides down inbounds, 2nd and inches for the Ravens. They're going to have to go in the hurry-up as the clock continues to count its way down. Same formation set up for the Ravens. Makes the handoff to Henry out to his left-hand side. Gets out of bounds this time and will stop the clock. Rashad Bateman catches that and gets over and moves the chains. 42 seconds left into Rams territory, into field goal range. It's more than capable for Tyler Loop. Longest of the season, hitting 51 yards as Jackson takes a snap, throws this downfield. Take a hit on the way through. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10 for the Ravens. 39 seconds left of this second quarter. On the Rams 33-yard line. Heavy wide receiver setup for this one. Mitchell out to the left-hand side, operating as another receiving option. Straight through the middle, the pass is made though, and it's caught, taken down to the 3-yard line. And eventually LeJontay Wester is brought down. 1st and goal from the Rams 3-yard line. 33 seconds left on the clock. Timeout was called by the Ravens. They're out of timeouts. Good catch from Wester. He managed to find a huge gap and utilise it. Couldn't get himself into the end zone, but he's got him as close.
It's 1st and goal.
That's it. Play action towards Henry. Makes the pass this time. It's taken a deflection towards the back of the end zone, and it's rendered incomplete in the end. Almost an interception again there for the Rams, but I think Derrick Henry saved it just in time. 28 seconds left now. 2nd and goal from the 3 yards. Hands this ball off this time for Derrick Henry, who's gets up almost immediately. And 24 seconds left on the clock. It's 3rd and goal. And there goes the final timeout for the Ravens. Mitchell to the left-hand side of Jackson. 24 seconds left to go, 3rd and goal. Getting the ball back at the beginning of the second half. It'd be interesting to see if they choose to go for it at this point, as it's thrown out to the right-hand side to Kyle Pitts. Takes it into the end zone, gets a touchdown for the Ravens. With around 20 seconds left of this second quarter. Will they go for 2 again? After closing the gap previously, they went for 2 and it made things much tougher for them. Are they going to take the points this time around? Or are they going to go for 2? They're going to go for 2 again. Missed a 2-point conversion earlier. Jackson hands this off with a play action. Rolls out to his left-hand side, tries to get back over the line. He's pushed in. It's a 2-point conversion. Successful this time for Lamar Jackson, which gives the Ravens the first lead of this Super Bowl with 21 seconds left of the second quarter. He'll celebrate in the end zone with his offensive line. He deserves to do so. There's a play action there towards Mitchell, and then he just rolled out to his left-hand side instead of passing the ball off and made it into the end zone. Now Loop with the kickoff again, sends this through the back of the end zone. And with 20 seconds left on the clock, the Rams will see what they can do. The Ravens will start with the ball at the start of the second half. There are still timeouts at the disposal of the Rams. Isaac Brown in the backfield. Moves out to the left-hand side now. Reese, Smith and Jigba and Thornton, the wide receivers. Richardson takes a snap, looks deep, looks downfield, finds a gap though and makes it past one, takes it into Ravens territory and gets himself out of bounds to preserve the timeout. It's great scrambling from Anthony Richardson, the MVP of the season. Had options deep as Smith and Jigba may have had the run on the defensive back. But playing it safe, Richardson makes it out of bounds and saves some time also. Back to Rams first down now with Richardson. Throws it through the middle, caught by Smith and Jigba and held with 9 seconds left to go. Timeout called by the Rams inside of the Ravens' 20-yard line. 1st and 10 again for the Rams. Saquon now into the backfield as it gives a break now for Isaac Brown. Perhaps his last action of the quarter was seen. Takes a snap out to the right-hand side, finds an excellent gap there, and it's taken over the line into the end zone by Daniel Ruiz. Offensive Rookie of the Year last season. Shows just how he's improved and progressed through the tutelage of Jackson Smith and Jigba. Over the line into the end zone, gets a score for the Rams, who I assume will go for 2 points with 6 seconds left on the clock to get back to the 7-point lead, with the Ravens starting the second half in possession. Saquon back into the backfield. Ruiz, Smith and Jigba and Thornton, the receivers. And as he looks towards Smith and Jigba, I'm not quite sure how we've not seen a flag at that point. As Smith and Jigba looked like he was going for the zig, moved out to his left-hand side, and he got caught up by Ravens players when the pass was made. I was expecting to see a flag. There wasn't anything there. 6 seconds left to go as the kick goes through the back of the end zone, and the Ravens, with a 5-point deficit at the moment, will likely carry that into the second half. It's been a much closer matchup between the two sides than what we saw last year, and a much closer matchup than what we've seen in any of the playoff games featuring these two sides so far. As Jackson takes a snap, it's a very deep setup for the Rams. Caught in bounds by Bateman, beats his marker, but then is brought down, and that will see the end of the first half. So Ravens 22, Rams 27 at the end of the first half. Of course, the score was 56-16 last year between the two sides, but to get this far, the Rams beat the San Francisco 49ers 35-10 in the championship game, and an absolute whitewash over the Seahawks 82-21 in the divisional round, but clinched the first seed with a 16-1 record. So I've had a bit more of a rest heading in towards this Super Bowl, whereas the Ravens went through a very different approach, having missed out on the #1 seed. They beat the Titans, beat the Bills, and then beat the Browns, scoring over 30 points in every game. Well on the way to doing something very similar in this game, as straight from the start it's handed off to Keaton Mitchell, brought down after a 1-yard gain. 36-yard line now, 2nd and 9 for the Ravens. Mitchell will stay in the backfield for now. Bateman on the right-hand side. Jackson takes a snap out to his right-hand side, finds Bateman, gets it over the line for the first down, gets more yardage into the opposition half now. 36-yard line on the Rams side, and it's 1st and 10 for the Ravens. Ricard joins Henry in the backfield, with Williams to his right-hand side, hands the ball off for Derrick Henry, runs up through the middle, gets first down and more, brought down at the 19 yards. And it's 1st and 10 again for the Ravens. In the opening minutes, an impressive first drive of this second half for Baltimore. Henry the sole man in the backfield now as he moves out after the snap's taken to Lamar Jackson. Out to his left-hand side, finds some space there for Antonio Williams, brings this in just inside of, or just outside of the 10-yard line. 2nd and 10 now for the Ravens. Derrick Henry, of course, very powerful in the backfield, and that's where it looked like Lamar was going to hand the ball off. Instead it was a play action, rolls this out to the right-hand side for Pitts, catches this and is brought down 3rd and 1 now at the 10-yard line. Anything over this will be 1st and goal for the Ravens. Do they take the points if they fail on 3rd down, or do they go for it on 4th is the question. But we've got Derrick Henry remaining in the backfield. That's who it's handed off to. He's not going to get over the line. It's 4th and 1, and a decision to be made by the Ravens. Not only are they going to go for it, they're going to go in the hurry up to try and catch the Rams out. 4th and 1 inside of the Rams half. Henry remains the back. 3 wide receivers to his left-hand side. The dual threat could see Lamar Jackson go for this himself, and he's very capable of doing so. Play action instead to Derrick Henry. He'll float a ball to Bateman, but he's tackled and can't bring the ball in, and it will be Rams ball inside of their own 10. First and 10. Looked almost expected that perhaps the ball was going to be handed off to Derrick Henry, so a great call on the play action, but didn't catch the Rams out. This is handed off now to Isaac Brown, who finds a gap wide on the left-hand side. A little block comes in from Smith and Jigba. Turns out to be a big block and gains about 15 yards there for the Rams. Now their own 33. And a first down for the LA Rams. Back to where they perhaps would have started had this been a field goal or a punt that the Ravens had taken. Hands this off now to Saquon Barkley, who goes through the middle. He's brought down after a gain of 2. 2nd and 8 now from their own 35. Saquon only finished a touchdown behind Isaac Brown on the ground throughout the year, despite having 81 fewer rushing attempts. And it's now Brown back into the backfield. Smith and Jigba out to the left, then Thornton and Ruiz. And Terrace Ferguson, the tight end, on the right-hand side of that offensive line. Richardson takes the snap, goes deep, caught in space there, and then eventually brought down by Thornton. Gains a substantial amount of yards there, takes this into Ravens territory. The opposing 33, just over the top there of Teague. 32-yard gain on the play there. Richardson this time hands the ball off to Brown. Brown makes his run through the middle, gets over the line for the first down, brought down 9 rushes for 186 yards, as you can see at the bottom of the screen there for Isaac Brown, and very impressive Super Bowl debut for him. Richardson now with Barkley in the backfield. Hands the ball off to Saquon Barkley, makes the wide run on the left-hand side, loses 2 yards, 2nd and 12 in the Ravens 23.
It's so easy for us up here in the booth, Mike, to say, hey, that's the wrong read. He's got to pull that and take it to the outside.
Noah Fant now joins this
so fast.
offensive line.
Defensive players have gotten so good at giving false indicators. Sometimes
Ruiz, Smith and Jigba, Thornton Jr., the other options. Richardson instead will go it alone out on the right-hand side, gets past Saquon Barkley, takes it to the first-yard line and gets out of bounds. 3rd and 1 now for the Rams.
The key to a good quarterback scramble, Mike,
The opposing 13-yard line. Saquon remains in the backfield. Gives the ball to Saquon, gets first down and a few more yards. It'll be 1st and goal now for the Rams, with a chance to restore that 2-score advantage that they got early on in the first quarter. Currently 5 points separates the two sides. Richardson this time hands it off to Saquon Barkley. A gap opens up for him, and he'll take that and say thank you. He'll go into the end zone. It's an 11-point lead now for the Rams, depending on whether they choose to go for 2 or just take the point after. But that dual threat in the backfield of Saquon Barkley and Isaac Brown, as they have done throughout the course of the year and even through the playoffs, have continued into this postseason and now the Super Bowl as an impressive, very difficult to handle running back duo. And even if you can handle it, you've still got to keep an eye on JSN, Dante Thornton, Daniel Ruiz, and for the best part of it, even the legs of Anthony Richardson. Sanchez now with the kickoff. Through the back of the end zone. And it will be from their own 35-yard now for the Ravens. Just to his left, play action again towards Derrick Henry. Jackson rolls out to his left-hand side, throws this out for Bateman. It's knocked away by Eman Worry, and it will be another chance for the Ravens. 2nd and 10 from their own 35 now. They're likely back in as the tight end. Hands this off to Derrick Henry, finds a gap, gains about 4 yards. 3rd and 6 from their own 39 now for the Ravens. Entering into the final minute of this 3rd quarter. Still with Derrick Henry remaining the running back. Jackson takes the snap. Gap opens up there for Bateman. Instead throws this off to Williams, who gets the first down. Bateman had gone deep and managed to get the run on the defensive back that was following him. First and down now, though, on the halfway line. Takes the snap. Jackson almost gets hit, but throws the ball through the middle, and it's caught in some space there, brought down at the 13-yard line. But some excellent space found further downfield. And however his legs have worked to him throughout the course of this season, LaJohntay Wester picks up a very crucial first down for the Ravens. They take the snap before the end of the quarter. Throws this off to his left-hand side now to Derrick Henry. Beats one, gets the 2-yard gain, goes down. End of the third quarter. Now 2nd and 8 when we return with 10 at the 10-yard line of the LA Rams. Entering into the fourth quarter. It was the final quarter of the first half where the Ravens scored the majority of their points. Perhaps very similar expectations heading into this fourth. Hands us off to Derrick Henry. Gets brought down again after a 1-yard loss. 3rd and 9 at the 11-yard. Quick shuffle with the setup here for the Ravens. Bateman moves inside. Jackson takes the snap, hands this off again to Williams. Nice little juke, gets into the end zone. Antonio Williams with the touchdown for the Ravens. Brings this back to a 6-point game for now, depending on what happens from here. But from 25 touchdowns Lamar Jackson threw this season, 20 of them was to Antonio Williams. And he's got himself back on the score sheet with his 2nd touchdown of Super Bowl 63. Nice little spin move to get himself into the end zone just to escape the tackle. And after 24 seconds of this fourth quarter, the Ravens are back within a score. And they're going to go for 2 points now. Try and minimise that gap. Could make it 4 points if they convert this. If not, it does still remain a 1-score game. Jackson takes the snap and he's hit in the backfield as he goes down. It's not going to be a converted 2-point attempt for the Ravens. But 6 points the difference between the two sides. Puts some pressure back on this Rams side. And loop again through the back of the end zone. Unsurprisingly, every kickoff we've seen so far in this Super Bowl has gone between the sticks. And we'll see what the Rams, or how the Rams respond after the Ravens managed to get themselves back within a score last time. Isaac Brown ran for another 65 yards and a touchdown. And he's not going to be the one that starts in the backfield this time. As Richardson takes the snap and throws this out to Saquon Barkley on the screen. Eventually brought down as he gets into Ravens territory. Makes it 1st and 10 again for the Rams. Only loss this season came in the final game of the season. It's something where they had nothing to play for. They'd already taken the #1 seed in the NFC for the 4th consecutive year, looking for the 4th consecutive Super Bowl title since Mudge took over in LA. As this one's thrown straight through the middle, it's caught by Thornton Jr. and he's held on to the ball despite good coverage from the Ravens. 2nd and 1 in the opposition 39 now. Brown back into the backfield. Thornton out to his right-hand side. Send to his left. Richardson hands this off to Brown, who's taken down almost immediately by Teague. 3rd and 5 now. Colt Teague, who finished in the top 10 for Defensive Rookie of the Year, just 2.5 sacks on the course of the season in the AFC. And a couple of tackles for loss in there over the course of the season also, as Richardson chooses to go it alone this time. He's brought down 4th and 4 inside of Ravens territory. The Rams are going to go into the hurry-up though. 4th and 4. They've already converted a 4th down and they've already failed on a 4th down so far in this Super Bowl. Brown now in the backfield as Richardson takes the snap, still options downfield, looks further downfield towards Thornton as it's gone over him and it's incomplete. It will be Ravens ball, 1st and 10 from their own 42.
Results in a turnover on down. They'll start out on the ground.
Hands this ball off to Derrick Henry, taken down straight away. We'll see a timeout called or forced by the Rams, but it looks like there may be a bit of an injury there for Derrick Henry, and it looks like that is going to be the case, as we'll see a different Ravens running back in for now. 2nd and 14 the situation, thrown out to Bateman. Despite no one around him, decides he wants to spin on the ball anyway, gets himself over the line for the first down and is then brought down inside of Rams territory. We'll see the extent of Derrick Henry's injury momentarily, I'm sure, but he's off the field for now. Play action from Jackson out to the left-hand side. And a 3-yard gain before Wester gets brought down. Bruised ribs is the outcome for Derrick Henry. Expected to return back to the game soon. Considering it's been a switch around between him and Keaton Mitchell throughout this game already anyway. Derrick Henry will come back into the game now. Got to think how much of an impact those bruised ribs are going to have on him. As the ball's handed off to Henry and he's brought down as a loss of 1 yard. 3rd and 8 now inside of Rams territory. Only just inside though, only just over the halfway line, out of field goal range. Trailing by 6, just over 4.5 minutes left. Henry remains in the backfield as we see in motion. Antonio Williams moving from left to right. Wester and Bateman, the other 2 wide receivers for the Ravens. Jackson takes a snap out to his right-hand side. It's caught by Isaiah Likely, who's evaded the first tackle and is then brought down in the end. After a substantial gain, it's into the 22-yard line in the Rams half. 1st and 10 now for the Ravens. Henry makes his move out of the backfield. Jackson takes the snap. Hit on the throw this time. 2nd and 10 for the Ravens, just before getting sacked. I think it was Braden Fisk that made his way through all too easily. 18 sacks for him on the season. He finished 2nd in Defensive Player of the Year. 1st was his tackle teammate in Corey Hamilton. Between the 2 of them, over 40 sacks this season. 2nd and 10 now for the Ravens. Jackson takes the snap, finds Isaiah Likely, brought down after a gain of 7. 3rd and 3 in the opposing 14-yard line. Ricard now into the backfield. And this ball off to Derrick Henry, runs straight up the middle, gets 1st down and more. 1st and goal from the 5-yard line now with just over 3 minutes left to go. Hands this ball off to Derrick Henry, who goes the exact same route, straight through the middle and into the end zone. And with just over 3 minutes left, we are tied at 34 apiece. So where do the Ravens choose to go here? They're going to go for the point after. And Tyler Loop is at 55 of 57, but he's not going to miss the only one he's been asked to do in the Super Bowl. It's 35-34 in favour of the Ravens. And it's Rams ball. 3 minutes 6 left on the clock. And of course, through the back of the end zone, the Rams will start on their own 35. A field goal will win it. A touchdown will make it even tougher for the Ravens if there is any time left on the clock when they get that score.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
So Thornton to the left, Smith and Jigbert to the right. Further over is Ruiz, hands this off to Brown, finds the small gap through the middle, gains 3 yards. 2nd and 7 as we now go under 3 minutes into the hurry up go the Rams. Hands this ball off again to Brown, finds another gap, gains another 4 yards. 3rd and 3 now for the Rams on their own 42. Brown remains the back. Richardson takes a snap out to his right-hand side for Ruiz. It's knocked away, and we'll have 4th and 3 for the Rams on their own 42. Just over 2 minutes left. Of course, the incomplete stops the clock.
It ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions,
3 now for the Rams. Out to the right-hand side. Richardson's going to find a gap. It's a huge gap as well as he takes it over midfield and out of bounds with 2 minutes 14 left. The movement from the right to the left-hand side from the wide receivers opened up an incredible gap for Anthony Richardson.
when you find yourself trailing here late in the game,
He got himself over midfield, and now the Ravens defense has even more work to do to try and get that offense back on the field at some point. 2 minutes 14 left.
As they try to make a comeback.
Hands this ball off again to Brown. 2nd and 10 now for the Rams. 2 minutes 10 left on the clock. Perhaps we'll see this through to the 2-minute warning. And that's exactly what we are going to do. Ravens 35, Rams 34. Rams in the ascendancy at the moment on the 2-minute warning of Super Bowl 63. Is it Baltimore Ravens at the 2nd attempt ready to upset the Los Angeles Rams in their attempt of going 4 consecutive Super Bowl victories? Isaac Brown remains the back, Thornton to the right-hand side with Smith and Jigba out to the left. Hands this ball off to Brown. He's found a huge gap on that left-hand side, gets it over to the first down, and then he's knocked out of bounds. The clock will stop. 1st and 10 at the Ravens' 21-yard line. But it resets the first downs as well for the Rams, with Brown still in the backfield. Richardson hands this off. Brown will find a gap and he's brought down. 2nd and 7 now with 1:50 left on the clock.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy
Opposing
offense,
19.
it's so important that you remain really efficient on 1st and 2nd down. The last thing you want is to be in 3rd and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like.
Jigba and Thornton remain the 2
Now, you get down here in the
wide receivers. Ferguson's there as a 2nd tight end. Richardson takes a snap and rolls out to his right-hand side and finds more space again. Does he stay in bounds? No, he doesn't. He gets out of bounds, so the clock will stop. 3rd and 4 now for the Rams. On the opposing 15. 1 minute 9 left on the clock. Brown remains the back. Ruiz joins the wide receiver setup on field now for the Rams. Noah Fant also back in as the tight end. Richardson takes the snap out to the right-hand side. More of a gap opens up again. Gets the first down, then out of bounds. It's 1st and goal for the Rams, but the clock is stopped at 1 minute 4. With Brown again in the backfield. With Brown that's handed off the ball, and his big speed boost there from him finds himself into the end zone with exactly a minute left. The Rams get themselves on the score sheet. It's 35-40. And you'd imagine that they are going to go for 2 points to just make this a 7-point game with a minute left on the clock.
And so far, Mike, this run game has been the difference, and we're going to see in the second half.
It's his 3rd touchdown in the Super Bowl for Isaac Brown, and I'll be very surprised if he's not the one that comes out as Super Bowl MVP at the end of this. But they're going to go for the 2 points. And Brown will stay in the backfield with Ruiz, Smith and Jigba and Thornton. The other options. Richardson rolls out to his right, finds the space there and gets the pass off. And Thornton's brought down in the end zone, but he catches the ball first. The 2-point conversion is good. We're back to a 7-point game with a minute left on the clock. 35-42 the scoreline, and Sanchez, like he has done so far in this game, means that nobody's going to be returning, and it is from their own 35. The Ravens need a touchdown and a successful conversion of a point after to win to tie things up in Super Bowl 63. A minute left on the clock. And we'll start with Derrick Henry in the backfield with Bateman to his left-hand side. Hands the ball off to Henry, brought down after a loss of 2. 2nd and 12. Jihad Campbell breaks his way through and gets the tackle off. Into the hurry-up they go as Jackson plays the play action. Rolls out to his right-hand side, looks deep for options. Has to throw this ball away out of bounds. 44 seconds left. 3rd and 12 from their own 33. You'd like to think they're not going to see the ball again, so if it does get to 4th down, they're going to need to go for it. But it's 3rd and 12 now from their own 33. Jackson takes a snap out to his right-hand side. It's caught and dropped. It's going to go down as an incomplete, as they are likely not able to hand on to the ball. He's looked over to the officials. He's wanted a flag thrown, but it's 4th and 12 from their own 33. It is make or break for the Baltimore Ravens now.
This is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing.
Henry to the left-hand side. Williams further left. Zaya likely on the inside, is now in motion from right to left as there's a change of setup here for the Ravens. Moving across, got Bateman and Wester. Jackson takes the snap, looks deep, out to his left-hand side, finds some space, it's caught inbounds. Timeout called by the Ravens, but they've got the first down they needed. And it's 1st and 10, still inside of their own half. 35 seconds left to go. Still Williams and Bateman to the left-hand side. Henry into the backfield. Fakes the handoff. Jackson rolls back out to his right-hand side, and he's taken down and he's fumbled the ball. It's picked up, but it's a 2nd and 24, and the clock's still running. The Ravens now call the timeout. The most important play that Lamar Jackson's needed in this Super Bowl, and he's fumbled the ball. 2nd and 24 from their own 33. I think it was Braden Fisk that made his way through and got the sack, strip fumble. There's now Henry into the backfield, but probably more as a blocking role at this point with 2nd and 24. Bateman in motion. Play action again from Lamar, rolls out to his right-hand side, plays the ball down the line. Williams catches it, stays in bound, he's taken down. Final timeout called by the Ravens inside of Rams territory. 19 seconds left to go. 1st and 10. Well, Jackson again takes the snap, looks deep towards it, may have taken a hit on the pass there, but goes out of bounds. 2nd and 10, 14 seconds left to go. Ravens can't really afford to catch the ball inbounds. It chew too much of the clock at this point. Need to find themselves out of bounds, even if it was just to spike the ball. Might take too much time off the clock. Likely remains the tight end of option. Henry makes his move out of the backfield to the right. Lamar Jackson's dropped quite deep, and he's thrown that on the hit, and it's 9 seconds left. 3rd and 10 in the opposing 33. Time is running out for this Baltimore Ravens side. 35-42 the score. Game clock down at 30.
It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough.
9 seconds left. Henry out to the left-hand side. Nobody in the backfield now for Lamar Jackson, as the Rams don't send too much pressure out to his left-hand side towards Williams, who catches that, and he's been pushed out of bounds. 4th and 4 with 4 seconds left to go. They're calling it out of bounds. They're stopping the clock. 4 seconds left. Can the Ravens muster up this 7 points they desperately need to take things to overtime, or will they even go for 2 if they can even get the score? 4 seconds left to go. 4th and 4, the most important play of Lamar Jackson's career. 19 seconds left on the play clock. Henry to the left of Lamar Jackson. One last chance now for the Ravens. He's hit on the pass. It's incomplete, and that will be perhaps just Anthony Richardson taking a knee.
Themselves trailing, all out of their timeouts. The defense knew they were one stop away from ending this game, and they came up big when their team needed it.
If you didn't notice, Liam is heartbroken.
Liam,
there's the knee from Anthony Richardson. That sees it through.
I
played, lads.
Absolutely shit that game. And also, I don't understand why it kept doing this. My corners kept switching. So Liam, I don't know if you saw, you had... No, I was saying, did you see your final play? You had Bateman wide open.
A struggle tight till the end, but ultimately, one team had done a little bit more, and they are now the champions.
And as in the case
Oh really? Oh my lord, mate. Yeah, I think it was happening to you and me, because you'll see it on the stream as well. I turned auto motion off. It was fucking me up.